Knowing is not half of the fucking battle. There's so much more to the battle than just knowing. Because once you become self-aware and you know, if you don't take action on that, then you end up in all the shoulds and all of the self-deprecation and shame and guilt that comes with the knowing without the doing. And it would be really easy to say, well, now that you know better, go do better, because we've all heard that quote before too. But the truth is that whenever you have beliefs, values, and you have things that are running your system underneath the surface that are creating that voice in your head that is then creating your emotions, which then creates your behavior. Knowing is not half the battle, and doing better doesn't come easily or naturally, because honestly, it is like this fucking messy battle of fighting internally with what your subconscious, unconscious, less unconscious mind thinks it has as programs to keep you safe. And then you saying like, no, I want something different. Don't do it that way anymore. And it's like this battle of wills between your conscious mind and your unconscious mind. And it is so much more than just knowing and doing. It's changing the narrative in your head. And in order to change the narrative in your head, so that you can change your energy, so that you can change your emotions, so that you can change your behavior, so you can change your reality, instead of just knowing and doing, you have to get to the root of what is creating that voice in your head. This is the work that we do in FYI. This is the work I fucking love, because once you learn to let go, it can actually be a ripple effect. When you realize that something that I've been dealing with for so long, whenever I learn to let go of what is keeping me in that pain, when you find that root cause and you learn to let it go, then the next thing gets easier to let go, and the next thing gets easier to let go, until you become a fucking trigger junkie like me. Whenever I see something that triggers me, I'm like, fuck yes, let's lean in, because I know that it is in my resistance that I am keeping myself limited. And so then whenever I feel like I'm resisting something or something triggers me, I'm like, oh shit, this is room for growth. So some people are adrenaline junkies. I'm kind of a trigger junkie. So yeah, trigger me, and then let's see where I go with my growth. This is the comfort level that I would love to see you in for your energy and to be able to create what you want to create. Because if you don't get phased by triggers and instead you lean into them and go, why am I saying that? What am I saying? Why is it triggering me? And then you're like, fuck yes, let's go to the root of why I'm saying that. What do I want to say instead? How do I want to behave instead? And you get good at the different types of methods to get to that root cause, and you get good at being able to release it. You can be fucking unstoppable. You can create anything that you want to create. So, yeah, triggers are my friends, and I would love to see how your life would unfold if you learned how to step into triggers and really embrace them. Kind of like going on a roller coaster ride where you stand in line, you're like, fuck yeah, let's go for the thrill of it, right? Knowing isn't half the battle. It's what you do with it. And it's actually the biggest part of the battle, is learning to let go of your knowing. Because honestly, the knowing of what you're saying about it is the start. The knowing why you're saying it is the next piece. The knowing how to let it go, knowing what you want instead, knowing what to replace it with, and then knowing how to go and embody being that new way, knowing how to take the action. There's so many components to knowing that knowing in general isn't half the battle. It's a messy fucking thing. And this is why I created FYI, because I know what it was like to go through my journey, and I knew what it was like to go through it alone. Because I'm going to tell you what, the knowing at the bottom of all of those behaviors, of the things that we're saying in our brain, all of those things comes from our beliefs and our values. And these are things that our brain thinks that it has put in place to keep us safe and to protect us. And so we start changing those, and life starts feeling really fucking unstable. And it's really great to be in a room with other people that are there to support you, lift you up, hold you up, and just keep those guide rails on you as you're finding your new way of being, or as you're getting okay with the unbecoming. That's really the journey that I feel like I'm on, is of the unbecoming, because the things that cause disruption in my soul always stem from what I'm saying it means about me. So if I want peace inside my body so that I can go do whatever it is that I want to do, if I want that peace, then I need to let go of what I'm saying it means about me, and I need to let go of who I think I am in that moment. I need to be okay with unbecoming that person or having that belief or that view. So, unpopular opinion, it's not about who you're becoming, it's about who you're unbecoming.